So, my brothers and sisters, my name is Tim Heijen and I'm a Dragon Witch. And maybe you are as well. And I am very proud to be by your side. And maybe that I can push you somewhere in the correct direction. I hope so, my brothers and sisters, because I love you and I love your dragons so much. And that is the reason why I'm here. And I know how dragons can be. Dragons can make our path very difficult, but they are very loving, very beautiful beings, very beautiful spirits. But my brothers and sisters, that is also why I want to tell you this. Dragons aren't like these gods. Yes, but I want to talk to you about guardian dragons. Guardian dragons are actually another name for simply dragons. Dragons that used to walk on earth, dragons that are in the dragon realm, and dragons that are by our side. You have to know something about them. They are not all the same. They are not all the same. They are not with one robot, with one specific feature, with something that you need to follow in all the line. No. And that is what makes our path so much filled with riddles, that you need to solve all of the riddles, that you have to use your instincts and your emotions and put the puzzle pieces together, simply because dragons are not all the same. And dragons can also disagree with each other a lot, actually. So I can disagree as well with your path, and you can disagree with my path. We are not like in religions that we have to agree with everything. And that is why it makes it so difficult to come together with each other and saying whatever we need to do. But to say to a dragon in themselves, to say what they need to do, is not working at all. Dragons, people see them as stubborn, that they don't want to obey the rules of another, that they don't want to do something what another is telling them. And that is typically a dragon witch as well. A dragon witch has a lot of the features of what dragons themselves have. Of course, they have the spirit of the dragon, and that affects as well their mind, that affects their spirit, that affects our energies. And of course, we have a lot of features of what dragons has, but of course it's all surrounded in a human body and a human instincts as well that we have. So it's all going to be very difficult actually to explore all of these new emotions, opened emotions, awakenings of the dragon, that I have to say to you, my brothers and sisters. Sometimes in the dragon's path, when they come together, it can be that dragons fight with each other. Dragons can have fights, my brothers and sisters. Because not all, when a dragon, for example, goes inside of the forest and makes himself at home there, and another dragon comes in and wants to make their home as well over there, they can have an argument over it, and they can even fight over it. They will not fight to kill, but they will fight to defend their place, their territory. That is why I want to say to you, dragons has to survive as well. They had to survive as well, not in the dragon realms, but they had to do it here, like every other being as well. They had to survive. They had to do it. But of course, they can have arguments with other dragons. They can even have fights with other dragons. And they can do this in the spiritual realm as well. They can have fights and arguments in the spiritual realm that a lot of actually dragon witches do not agree with what I'm saying. And I see this all the time on my Facebook page, that a lot of people on the dragon's path don't agree with each other. That I say, for example, maybe it's better not to mix the dragon's path with other spiritualities, while other people on the dragon's path said, I mix my spirituality with that, and I disagree with that, but I will not fight over it. But other people might do that, and in the spiritual realm as well, my brothers and sisters. And I want to give you an example. That I went inside of a dragon circle, and I saw this dragon, and this dragon didn't really like it, and I could see, for example, that this dragon was so angry and ready to defend this dragon eye, to kick us out over there, that we are not welcome in that dragon eye. So in a spiritual way, dragons can have fights as well. But all of the fights and you have to know something of the dragons do not attack anything. Dragons are not attackers. Dragons are not fighters to attack. Dragons are defenders. They will always defend their forest, and they will always defend you. They will always try to defend you. For example, if the dragon wasn't there, I should have been gone for a lot of times. When I was 2 years old, when I was 6 years old, when I was 11 years old, all of these events should have actually killed me, but I'm convinced that the dragon was by my side and always saved my life at that moment. For example, when this wild boars crossed the street, I saw this event just before it with the voice of my dragon saying whatever is going to happen. I could say to my dad, that is going to happen. So amazing guardians. Dragons are guardians for life, and they will save your life whenever it's necessary. Dragons are also collectors of energies. Inside of an energy, collectors of energies that is going to happen with you in your future. And the dragons know this. So it has a form of a crystal ball, in a dark crystal ball. And that is why a lot of dragons are actually displayed with a crystal ball. And they can actually see your future. And they can change it. That is why they are guardians. But sometimes dragons come inside of your dragon eye, and it can be that your dragons don't like that, because they have a plan with you to go in that specific way. They know your future, they know how your path is going to be, and another dragon is going in, and they are very interested in also guiding you, but it's going to be in a different way. And these other dragons might not agree with this. So it can end up in a fight, or maybe it can end up in an argument, and that is something that you might feel as well, because your dragon eye doesn't feel that perfect. Your dragon eye, most of the time, when you feel your dragons, it feels amazing, it feels great. But whenever you feel anger from your dragon, you will feel that. And whenever another energy is entered your dragon circle, you will feel that. Most of the time, these dragons come in a white form, another way of saying hello, or white dragons most of the time have a white color because they want to be, they want to say hello, or they want to say, hey, it's okay, it's okay. White is the meaning of, can I enter your dragon eye? In fact, a friendly color, you can say. It's white, it's clean. They don't mean anything bad. White dragons are the ones that want to enter your dragon eye. But of course, it can be that your dragon doesn't like it. And dragon fights exist. And that is what I want to say. They exist for a reason, because we are not a religion. It's not all the same. It's not your dragon is so specific. And that is why I think and I believe it's so difficult to talk about them. Before I talk about this, I need to consider of what I'm going to say, because I do not know your dragon. And that is what I'm trying to say to you, that in general, things in general. Whenever I say things in general that happen to me in my dragon's path, things that I try to understand after being almost 20 years on the dragon's path, knowingly on the dragon's path, the things that actually happened to me that I want to explain to you, my brothers and sisters. And fighting dragons are things that I've seen before in my dreams, in my visions, and even myself, even you can have an argument with another dragon, even if you love dragons so much. But dragons can also be so much different than you had in mind. And whenever there are dragons that actually claim, for example, they claim your home inside of your forest because they went here before, you will not accept that as a dragon, and you might say, no, it's mine. And that is something that dragons see so sacred for them. And that is their home, their place, their circle. Everything that belongs to them stays to them. And you, my brother and sister, you are a property of them. So they will stay, and if another dragon claims you because they can feel you, it can end up in an argument and even a fight that happens within your dragon eye, even though you want to let every dragon in. Every dragon, because you love dragons so much. I understand this very well, that you want to let every dragon inside of your dragon eye, because you are doing it for the dragons. I love every one of them. It doesn't matter what kind of a character that they have. They are so pure, they are so wise and ancient, and I love all of them. It's not only their beauty, but the beauty that lives within that dragon. They are so perfect in every way. So whatever That is what I say into my ceremony whenever I gave myself to the dragon. It doesn't matter whatever you do to me. If you kill me, that is fine. I will accept that. I will even be proud of that. That is how dedicated I am to my dragon's path. But of course, they will not kill you. They will protect you. That is what dragon guardians are. And that is what they are so different with dragon gods. Dragons are the creator of you. The dragons are the ones that not only be by your side, but the architects of your dragon's path. But the dragon guardians, the dragons themselves, those who needed to survive, those are different. These are the dragons that used to be in flesh and blood. They are now residents of the dragon realm, and they are by your side in a spiritual way to guide you through this life, to this physical life. And try to protect you wherever it's needed, seeing into the ball of energy, whatever is your future, and maybe they want to change it. Maybe that is why I say it's very important to listen to them. Listen to whatever, put your ears open, put not your ears here, but your inner ear. Try to understand whatever they are saying. It saved my life a couple of times. The dragons saved my life a couple of times, my brothers and sisters. So fighting dragons, they do exist. Because we are not a religion, simply that. We are not all on the same level. We can be like this. That is, every dragon is different. Every dragon witch is different. Every way of witchcraft is different. And that is what I try to explain with everyone on the Dragon's Path. We cannot read a book about this. Because this book is entirely about you and your dragons. And you need to discover all of your dragons. You yourself, the spirit that lives within you, the spirit by your side, and the dragon god that surrounds it. Those are the ones that you need to discover. And it can be even in this dragon eye that you can have arguments with your dragons. Simply because we are not a religion. We do whatever we feel and whatever our instincts is saying. And that is what I want to say. Use your instincts. You cannot have a better book or explanation about your dragon's path. Just simply use your instincts, use your feelings, and whenever you see a dragon's fight, whenever you have a dream of fighting dragons, it can be that dragons fight with each other. Not of course to kill, it's always to defend. They always have their reasons.